Hello, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to replace the headlamp bulbs on this 2.2 diesel Toyota Corolla Verso. So not much room to get to these light units, and haven't really necessarily needed to replace these previously, but I did experiment with fitting some LED bulbs, and the patterns on these LED bulbs were particularly awful, but I was actually surprised how easy it was for me to do this. Now, how I managed to get the bulbs out, first thing I did was to use a screwdriver and get that down onto the bottom of the connector to try and press it in, and then using my other hand push down on this bit here to get the block connector off. The first time was extremely stiff to do this, but I think we should be able to get them off relatively easy. I've got an accessory relay here which I'm just going to move out of the way, give me a bit more access, but there we go. So now it's come off once, it actually comes off quite easily, like so. There we go. Just move the connector out of the way. So to actually remove the bulb, we need to turn this anti-clockwise. These are on a cam lock system, so you might just need to use some pliers just to rotate them. Again, I've had this bulb out, so it should just come out quite easily with my hand. There we go. Not much room behind the bulb, so as you can see, managed to get that one out. I think if we look at this one, we should be able to see, don't know whether it will focus up on that, but I believe the filament is burnt out in this particular bulb. Yeah, you can see the filament rattling around. Look, there we go, it's blown out. One thing is, when you're replacing these bulbs, is not to touch the glass. That can cause them to overheat and burn out. So it's possible when I took this bulb out, or just disturbing it was enough to cause this bulb to go. But I'm going to be replacing it with a different type of bulb now. Bulbs I'm using are these wind power ones. Got them off of Amazon, and they're basically I've got a coloration to the lens. So this is the bulb out, and as you can probably see, these have got a blue tint to them, which will make the lights whiter, and sort of coordinate them on the front of the car with the driving lights we've got fitted. Really good that this comes with a glove, because as I've just said, if you touch the glass with your the fingers on your hand, the oils from your fingers can cause the headlamp bulb to overheat and burn out. So we're going to pop that on and get that one popped in. So once you get the bulb in its location, you just have to twist it like so, and then refit the electrical connector. There we go. I heard that click into place, so that is all good. So on the driver's side, to get access to it, just simply twist this spout here, and if we look down there, you can probably see, if you give it a pull, out comes the whole filler neck. That just gives us a bit more access down to the back of the bulb. Again, should just be able to reach down, push on the bottom of this. There we go. Off comes the connector. I know from experience with this though, just make sure the connector is somewhere where you can find it, because there is a void. Let's put it over there, because there is a void just down below there, and that connector can go down and drop in. And just like with the other side, just needs twisting in a anti-clockwise direction. a better angle. There we go, and then that should just pull out. It's a bit more access on this side. Problem is with when you're trying to manhandle these bulbs out, it's quite easy just to touch the glass, and then once you've touched it, it will just burn out. So reverse is just basically popping it in, twisting it, and then just again refitting the electrical connector, and then we are just going to check the beam alignment on the front door, refit the filler neck. As you can see there's a couple of pins there that need to line up, and then rotate it round to lock it into place. There we go, that's all refitted. So I'm just going to compare the LED bulb that I fitted with the standard filament, and on first inspection they look pretty similar. This is in line with there, but the difference I think is obviously where you've got this strip round the side here, it's quite wide, and so obviously it creates a dividing line across it. And there is a problem with this design of bulb in that they're a universal bulb and they fit this bit here to the bottom. And what that means is that this can be rotated. It can cause an incorrect alignment, so when the bulb is in place you're just not getting the right beam pattern on it, and you don't want to be endangering other users. This was the other bulb that I tried fitting. Again, it looks very similar to the standard bulb, but a much bigger array of LEDs, and the pattern was just a massive blob. It was just blinding other road users, so definitely not appropriate. The other issue I had is with this style of bulb is that the cooling fins on the back was much larger, and you couldn't get it in on the passenger side. The driver's side would fit, but yeah, it just wouldn't fit in, and because these bulbs run hotter than a standard bulb, they have to have all of this metal to try and cool them down so they don't overheat and burn out the chipsets. So yeah, this is the ones that LED bulbs that I was going to fit. They did say on eBay they're a 1-to-1 fitment, which they're clearly not. We are going to be returning these back to eBay. So yeah, I've done the alignment check on the garage door with the new bulbs. It's all good now, so yeah, nothing's been damaged in doing it. The other thing I did want to mention is when I did fit this bulb in, I did have to glue this component to here, because when I tried removing it, this cam mechanism got latched into the headlight, and the bulb came clean out of this plastic, and this was locked inside the headlamp, and I did worry that I was going to have to remove the front bumper and the headlamp to get this bit of plastic out, but yeah, just put some glue and inserted it back in. It was enough to free it off, so yeah, that's going back. So hopefully you've enjoyed this short video. If you could hit the like and subscribe button, it will help the channel.